Hey everyone, in this video we will see how we can attach and mount an EBS volume to EC2. Okay, so first go to the EC2 instance here. Okay, and then you have to scroll down and you have to look for the volume. So I have already one EC2 instance is running, you can see. So I will just go to the volumes here, and already one volume is attached, but I want to attach other volumes as well. So just click on this create volume. Okay, and leave it as it is. Like we are going for the gp3 100 GB. Okay, we can go for not 100, I will just go 50. IOPS 3000 is fine, throughput is fine, and also make sure to choose the same availability zone in which your EC2 instance is there, then only it will work. So I will quickly go to the another tab and I will look which availability zone my EC2 instance is running. So we'll just click on it, and we can see here US West 1A. Okay, so yeah, it's automatically it's selected that only. And if you want to encrypt, then you can encrypt, but right now I'm just leaving everything as a default, and just click on this create volume. Okay, so let me just refresh here. Okay, another volume came for the 50 GB. Okay, so now once the volume is created, what we have to do, you have to click on this action button, and then after that you have to attach. Okay, so you have to choose the attach volume. So here you need to select your instance. So one instance is running, that I will select. And device name you can keep anything. So here this is a Linux instance, so it's suggesting you like many names. You can, I will just go for the SDB, or I will just look what already I have here. So only dev xvda I have, so that's completely fine. So I will choose SDB, and I will just click on this attach volume. Okay, okay, so now this volume has been attached, and let me just check. Okay, so status check we can do. Okay, that's fine, everything is okay. Monitoring and all is fine, we can leave it as it is. Okay, cool. So now you have to log into your EC2 instance. Okay, and then you have to check if the volume is visible or not. So for that you will just run this command. So just a second, I think I need to re-log in. So I will just go for the SSH authentication credentials, and I will choose my key, and then my EC2 user is the username at that IP. So this is the IP. Just open it. Okay, so here we have. Now we will just type this command lsblk. So it will show you volume. So this one we use, right, xvdb. You can see the size as well, 50 GB. So what we have to do now, you need to create a file system on this volume. Okay, so for that you need to do this command mkfs, that is the make file system hyphen t of type ext4 we will be doing. And then you can just use this slash dev slash what it is xvdb. Okay, just hit enter. So it's showing okay, permission denied while trying to determine file system size. Okay, we can try with sudo maybe, and I will try to execute the same command mkfs hyphen t ext4 slash dev slash xvdb. Okay, so creating a journal and all. Okay, that's everything is done now. So now we can create a directory or mount this volume. So but now we'll see here if anything it's showing. uh okay, currently it's not showing. Fine, so now we need to mount it. So we can create a directory. I will create some directory with name mkdir data. Okay, and I will mount it with the mount slash dev slash xvdb, and then the path, so which I want to mount. So I can give here like data, that's fine. Okay, now if I run df-h, it should show. So I'll just quickly clear the screen and I will do df-h. So here you can see it has been mounted at this path. Okay, so it's now getting the root directory, but you can create this directory outside root as well. That's completely fine, just like as it is. So here you can see 49 GB we have now. Okay, so in this way you can just create your EBS volumes and mount it. Okay, so if you want to make this permanent, you can also edit one file we have like if you see fstb, if it's present. Okay, so here that file is present, so we can just add an entry for the volume. And if I just open, so uuid is there, and xfs is there, then default path you have to give. Okay, so uuid we need to find out. So I'll just do the cat and I will check how we can find it. Okay, so we can run this command blkid. So it will give you uids of all the, like whatever mount points we have. xvdb is there, so you have to just copy this one. So you can just do control shift c and you can open that file using vi, and you can just do yyp to replicate the same line. uh, okay, and then scroll here and you have to just give type dd delete button, and it will delete your content of uuid. And just type I to go in insert mode and control shift V to paste it. Okay, it's taking a bit time for me, I think. We'll do it again. Okay, it's I think it didn't get copied. Oh no, it's copied. I'll just, okay, it get copied. Then you have to give the path here. So the path will be your same root slash data. So if you do it, so it will be like permanent for you. So even if your instance gets restarted, then there will be like, it won't be like your mount point has been removed or something like that. So in this way you can just add your mount points and all everything. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.